been recently going through my Pinterest once again because one of my main goals for this year is to just organize things up. I think we learned a lot from the first lockdown that many of us just started decluttering so much, and it's because we only had this one space and we started looking around being like, okay, how do I simplify this? One of the main parts that I think that we do declutter more than other things is our closet. For myself, finding things to keep that I actually want to keep, looking at my closet right now, it's just behind you guys. There's just a lot of things in there that are still fall-centric that I can't really wear when it gets super cold in a Canadian winter. And there are even some summer things that maybe came in late just because shipping was so late. And because it came in so late, I just wanted to look at it longer. So I just kept it in my closet, but I can't wear it right now. So I feel like I'm at Winners or something like that, or a Marshalls, and I'm like trying to get in between the racks for a couple of things. Just the way that our living situation is right now, if you guys have been around this channel for some time, you know that I try to take out the seasonal clothing. Like, I put in buckets in the summer and the spring, clothing that I can drop off at my parents' house. That really helps me see what I actually have. But for some reason, it just feels really out of hand right now. Oh, another thing, I've been looking for this everywhere. And there are so many things in my closet that I constantly just keep in there or bring season to season and I don't end up wearing. Today, I am wearing something that I wouldn't have typically picked out because I challenged myself to be like, no, try to style your outfit today, Amanda, like seriously. But it is a bit itchy. So I also put on, my computer is freaking out for some reason. One sec. I think I have too many programs open, but isn't that literally just a metaphor for what's going on? Just like every tab open. But to make today's declutter a little bit different from any other one I have done before, I want to talk about how to find your style. Because I have felt directionless, this is what we're doing today. I am recording my screen. One of the number one things was inspiration. One is Instagram, saving things under there, and then two is Pinterest. So I have a fall style and a winter style Pinterest, and I currently want to really dive into that and just see what I have been pinning. And what's funny too is I haven't pinned in a while, so this will be whatever I pinned a while back, which is kind of interesting too because it's a nice little time capsule where you can see, is my style still the same? Going back into my fall and my winter catalog of looking at style, I can immediately see some themes. The themes are things like the colors, the cut, the way that things fall on these women's bodies. Now, it's not only Pinterest and Instagram that you can find style from. I often also refer to like movies or shows. There are some shows that I am just awe-inspired of, and I will put a couple of them right here, and the styles specifically that I am like constantly swooning over. I'm gonna just give you an example, a most recent one, The Queen's Gambit. Just watching Beth Harmon and some of her outfits, I know that was a completely different time, but oh my god, I was obsessed. I'm already seeing that there's a lot of neutral styled colors. I love the button downs. I've always been someone who finds their style uniform to be a turtleneck and a pair of just dark pants with maybe some booties, maybe in the fall and winter. So that's something that I could definitely get behind, and there are a couple of things in my wardrobe right now that I just never choose from. I'm gonna start pulling everything out of my wardrobe and just keep this mood board up. If you have enough time, what I would suggest is creating your own Pinterest board, just giving yourself the space and time, knowing that this doesn't have to be done in a day. I know this video is gonna take more than a day, and I'm totally okay with that now that I have acknowledged that I need that space. But make yourself a mood board and go back to it. Also refine it, because oftentimes I will see an outfit and be like, oh my gosh, I love that. But does that actually work for my actual life, my everyday style? I also have a clothing rack in the other room that we actually moved out of the spare room and we use for our pillows and blankets and stuff in our bedroom just to save some space and to allow the space for this desk to be here, which is soon gonna be a stationary bike that I'm jacked about, but that's a totally other video. I'm gonna leave this open and I'm gonna pull everything into my closet, and immediately I'm gonna sort things by season and section. Let's get to it. I I have been looking for this tank top everywhere, and I literally thought that I forgot it somewhere because I am that person that will accidentally lose things in the most obscure places. It's this cute Babaton tank, and it's so beautiful and I think elegant, and it was literally just fallen behind everything. And I know this isn't the biggest closet of all time, but if it's big enough to have things lost in it, then it needs cleaned out. One of the other things I would really suggest that you do as well, while you are kind of thinking of, just gonna do a split stance here, while you're thinking of, okay, I'm going to declutter my closet this week or on Wednesday, I'm gonna set aside the time to allow myself to declutter. I would really recommend getting all your laundry done. It's so much better when you can just do it all at once versus then having 5 loads of laundry and then thinking that you did an awesome declutter when you actually have so much more stuff to go through. Now, if you don't have time to do that, it's actually okay, because likelihood, if it's in your laundry, it's something you wear, and if it's something you wear, it should be something that you can keep. One of the tips I heard for tiny storage, I was gonna say styny storage. One of the tips for tiny storage is on your closet, like wherever you have your bars, and if that's part of your closet design, you can always create storage under that. So I do have this little shoe caddy that I ended up picking from Walmart a couple of months ago, and it's been really helpful just to slot in my runners or flip-flops or things like that during whatever season. This has been really helpful just to create some tiers, and as well just to kind of have that separation between any jackets that are hanging and then my shoes below. Okay, I pulled everything out, and it just goes to show, sometimes when you have everything shoved in a closet, you're like, oh, I'd love to go shopping, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, and then you pull everything out and you're like, I never need to go shopping again. So this is what I want to show you. Check out this. It's the coolest. This is a laundry basket that my mom got me. They're by a company called Clever Made. I'll link them down below, but because I have so much summer stuff, or more like early fall stuff, that I'm not necessarily going to declutter, it's just going to be something I'm going to take to my parents' house so that I can store it there in my old bedroom versus have it all here. I'm going to put all of that stuff in here so that it doesn't get mistaken for a big garbage bag that ends up being donated but wasn't actually to be donated. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever done that by mistake? Nightmares. So I just started having some thoughts. Just in going through my Pinterest board and then YouTube as well, just because I love watching minimalist YouTubers when it comes to doing stuff like this, but then sometimes I get stuck in other people's videos where it's like hauls or try-on stuff. And I just want to make this very clear. I am not, nor have I ever really been like a cool girl. Like, I've always been involved, I've always been, you know, friends with a lot of people, but I've never really described myself as like a cool girl. You know, like some people just have that effortless style and that effortless way of being. So if you're that too, and you just are literally just trying your best and you're trying to figure out what to have, what to get rid of, what to wear, and what to feel comfortable and confident in, I can totally relate. So throughout this video, it's so funny because I find that often things that we hold on to, or things that we buy without having a plan for them or an outfit or actually feeling comfortable in them, is sometimes because we're trying to be someone else. So truly within a declutter video and trying to find your style, it's all about you, honey. Like, it is all about you. And even though it's great to find inspiration from other places, it doesn't mean you have to buy a bunch of stuff to be like them or to be cool at all. Just saying that. Also, the sun is setting, and that's just life in Canada in the winter, so it's gonna get pretty cozy in here. Got the light, got my little peach tree behind me, and got you. When you're filming a video like this, you get extremely stressed because you're like, oh my god, I want to show them this, but it's also getting darker, but I also need to focus or else there's no way I'm gonna get this done. Anyways, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to sort out this closet And then after that, I'm gonna pull an Anna edit and tell you exactly what is in the closet and why it is staying in there. And that way you won't have to deal with me just having like random thoughts throughout all of this. And then you can just watch when things are all sorted. Plus it'll be nicer and sunnier. So I'm gonna sign off for tonight officially, unless there is some B-roll in there, and just continue to organize while watching all of my favorite people on the interweb. I want to say interweb there. This is why I'm not talking anymore tonight. Hello from the future. It's actually January now. When I filmed those original clips, it was in December. I just finished editing them so I could make sure that I don't repeat myself, because it has been a while, but I think we've got things under control and I'm excited to show you a couple of things. I'll show you this. These packs by Neat Freak. I got quite a few of them, and before the top of my closet here, because it's this mesh stuff, which is so annoying because things will just fall all the way through. Getting these bins has been revolutionary. It's changed the way that we look at the storage up there, and it's honestly helped me get organized. So that's the thing, I got an extra pack. The reason why is because I'm also going to be doing the closet outside with all of our coats and all these things. We have so many things in there, we don't even know what to do. But without further ado, let me show you. So the top here, I love the mesh front of this. If you don't like that, you can turn it so it's a little bit more solid. But in here, I've put all of my purses and little clutches. And then in this little guy, I loved this one as well. I'll show you that inside some of the drawers. But this is for all of those miscellaneous things. 1, pantyhose, 2, headbands. I even have my sunglasses in there, and just those peach bands are the little things that I work out with. Put that up there. And then in this last one, that's for like hats, for example. Got all my berets in there, as well as my scarf and headbands. So that's there, and then my lack of color hats can just stack on top of each other, which is phenomenal. I've tried to color code things. So the way I've laid out this closet, it works for me. I know it's not the biggest closet ever, so what I have done to make sure that I start, you know, maybe choosing pieces that I don't choose all the time, stop just picking the same 10 things, washing them, and then rinse and repeat. So what I have done is I've kind of moved where I normally have things. I have this big Sherpa coat. I just got that from Zara earlier for this photo shoot, and I really do love it. It wasn't just for the photo shoot, it was for life. And I used to have my blazers on this side of the closet. I've now moved them over to this side, hoping that I will get a little bit more use out of them. And then I've also moved some of my denim jackets as well as my racer jacket up there. I love both of these pieces, but still for winter, it's kind of hard in Canada. It's still kind of too cold to have that, and to layer it under a jacket, it's just kind of like stiff and annoying. I've also put my thicker knits up here, as well as my thinner long sleeve and short sleeve shirts. So these are the ones that I typically will have as a layer underneath a sweater or something like that. So I've got black and white, and in the in-between I've color coded, going from navy blue into orange and pink, and then I have kind of these other royal blues. And then I also have my Lizzie label outfit, and I will show you guys right here. No, here. Yeah, here. I included that in my 10 work from home outfits, and I love it so much. The reason why I hang it is because the material, if it gets folded too much, it can kind of sometimes get a crease. So if you fold it, it's nice and fresh. On this side, I also have my Ghana jackets, which you guys have seen a million times if you've been here for a while, as well as because this is the long part of my wardrobe without a second bar underneath. That's where I hang my long sweaters, my dresses, my leather dress, my skirts, as well as my robe and my dress pants. It's so great to have your robe just hanging up on the outside. 1, it protects the wall from the hangers. 2, you can just grab it, throw it on, you're doing some editing, you're hanging out in your robe. It's all good times. Let me show you the bottom now. I've also color coded this one in from the racer jacket, and I could probably move these 2 pieces, but it's been a while since I did this, so things have moved around. But I've got my gray flowing into the blue, the thicker sweaters, as well as kind of my thicker knitwear down on the bottom. And then I think what I'm gonna do is, because everything's washed, hallelujah, we love a good weekend, And because everything is hanging up, clean, all good to go, all wearable, no missing buttons, no missing threads, no holes. I've sent them home to my mom to get fixed if that's the case. Then I'm gonna just see, within the last time I started making this video, looking at my inspiration board on Pinterest, have I been wearing these pieces? If not, the mindset isn't, oh, I'm losing this, or oh, I might wear this. It's really gonna shift to, this is opening up space, not only for the things that I love and I wear all the time, but also for maybe some things that I covet to have in the future that I am currently saving for. Okay, so as for drawers, this is what I did to organize. Bras all laid out flat so they don't get destroyed. I also have my sports bras all separated. I bought these little separators from Walmart, and I will share the links for those because they have been phenomenal, as well as this is the same organizer as the one that I use up here, and I've put all of my socks in there paired together, and then just for separating underwear, pantyhose, and some of those bigger pieces of socks, I basically have this other separator that has all of these tiny little holes, and it keeps things so nice and organized. And when I actually take my laundry out, it's really, really nice to put it all in its place. For jeans, I decluttered a bunch. I had a ton of holes in some. They were so thin. And then I had a couple that I just didn't really like that much, so I'm going to be donating those, have some more room in there. And I did clean out this side because I had pants in here as well. And now my big chunky knits that I don't want them to lose the size and like the shape of them, I would now put in here opposed to hanging up, which I am super proud of. And then for the bottom, I actually kind of switched these. I had pants on the right side and tops on the left side originally, but I have done kind of the Marie Kondo method so I can see every single piece. And then I also have more of these separators just to keep things nice and sleek. And these are all of my workout wear. So that is so exciting to kind of have this whole piece totally organized. All in all, I ended up being able to declutter 3 full kitchen-sized bags, which I am very pleased about. It is a start. One of the bags I left open though, because I think after this video, I'll go through and I'll just double check. Let me know if you guys want to see kind of the individual items. I think now that I've gotten to a point where things are totally controllable, I feel like I have a good amount of clothing. It's not too much, it's totally manageable, but there are definitely things that I don't wear as much, and maybe things that I still covet that I would love to wear, and I know I would on a more kind of regular basis. I most recently did a style as well on my winter wardrobe, and those are the pieces I'm talking about. If you have no idea what I mean, I will link that video up above, and that is pretty much it for this little declutter. I hope you guys got some tips, and I hope you knew what I meant when I said that I'm not a cool girl. The reason why I wanted to say that is just like, sometimes in life, things like starting a YouTube channel and talking about style and wanting to get into that space, it can be super intimidating because there are people in it who just seem like they are meant for it. They just have this like flawless finish to who they are. I don't know what it is. It's like in high school when you're like looking from the outside in at the cool girls, and I just want you to know, if you don't feel like you're one of those people, welcome to the club, and just like join. Just start doing stuff, start decluttering, start filming the process, and throw it up if that's something that you want to do. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we're going to be doing so much more organizing on this channel. Let me know if you're interested in a jewelry declutter. I really want to go through all of my pieces, and I just don't know whether that's something you want to see or not. And again, uploads every Wednesday and Sunday. It was so awesome hanging out with you on Sunday morning if that's when you're tuning in, or otherwise, I hope you have a great day no matter what. See you in the next one. Bye guys!